This is the exact reason that you've hit a plateau, feel like you can't lose any weight even though you're in a calorie deficit. I've coached well over 300 men, and this is the biggest thing that holds them back from getting lean, athletic, and building confidence with their tops off. And it's one of the reasons that these guys continue to have the belly that they don't like, it overhangs their boxers, and they just can't seem to get rid of those love handles. And once you understand it, it is so simple that you'll be dropping body fat every single week. Calorie leaks are items of food that you forget to track, which ultimately stacks up in the amount of calories that you aren't tracking, leading to take you out of your calorie deficit. And this is why things aren't progressing the way you want. So this is a quick fire video for men who want to drop body fat, but feel like everything they're doing isn't stacking up to see results. The first one is alcohol. If you're gonna have a few drinks every single week, this is something you have to track. Just like every other macronutrient, alcohol contains calories, and it's 7 calories per gram of alcohol. So if you're having 3 or 4 beers at the weekend or a couple of vodkas, those calories will stack up to a lot more on top of your weekly allowance. Fizzy drinks, even low calorie ones, still contain calories, funnily enough. So you need to make sure that you're adding these in alongside the alcohol that you're consuming. Especially if you're going for nights out, having 5 or 6 vodka lemonades will equate to 300-400 calories, if not a little bit more than that, if it's not a low calorie lemonade. Cooking oils like avocado oil and olive oil contain a lot of calories. Because these are fat sources, they're gonna contain 9 calories per gram. So if you're not measuring the amount of olive oil that you're cooking with, a teaspoon, a glug, a couple of glugs can easily equate to almost 300 calories or more. If you've got kids, you know they're always going to leave things on their plate, and instead of scraping it into the bin, you probably pick at the carrot sticks, you finish off the extra chicken nugget that they don't want. And if you do this over the course of the week for numbers of meals, that's going to stack up to lots of calories. Dressings for salads and steak like peppercorn sauce and things like this also contain calories and utilize a lot of heavy cream, mustard, olive oil, mayonnaise. So these are things you need to remember to track. Which brings us on to mayonnaise, ketchup, Nando's sauces, because again, these contain calories. You can see how all of a sudden these all stack up if you're not collating them throughout the day and week. If you work a 9 to 5, you're going to have that one person that's always going to bring in snacks like cakes, biscuit, little snacks, Werther's Originals, tins of chocolate at Easter and Christmas. And those little picks here and there, like the mini Mars bars, which are delicious, those bad boys will add up. Spreads like butters and jams on your toast, or sugar that you add to your teas and coffees, almond butters and Biscoff spreads as well. I love Biscoff spread. And if you don't have crunchy Biscoff, we can't be friends and you should probably unsubscribe. But if you do like crunchy Biscoff, definitely hit that subscribe button. Then we've got another liquid, which is milk and other varieties of milk. These also contain calories, funnily enough. And therefore, if you're adding them into teas and coffees, we also need to think about logging these. And then the types of coffees you have out, they're gonna vary from chain to chain, but a latte is gonna have a lot of extra calories versus a flat white. Even a mocha is gonna contain 350 calories versus the skinny flat white, which could be about 75 calories. So it's always really worth remembering that every single thing that you put into your mouth needs to get tracked, apart from your misses. And so tracking these can be the difference between you losing weight every single week consecutively, or feeling stuck within your program and wondering, why is things not going well? Why am I not dropping weight every week? And see, the thing is that most people underestimate or overestimate how many calories they consume by up to 600 calories per day. This number can increase as well if you're trying to add food in after an event happens, even up to 24 hours later, the accuracy of things will change. And that anything that you eat has to get logged, because this is the biggest difference that I see with guys that get in really good shape and barely see any change at all. Now, this video serves as a purpose as a reminder of tracking everything you eat, and I hope that you found it useful. If you did, you're bound to find this video useful as well, which is taking you through how to improve your training to get strong and jacked. And as always, if you have found this useful, make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment on some of the items that you forget to track.